Hey, welcome back to the channel. Have a pretty exciting day today. We have a few honeydews to do around the house. Then all my girls and family and everybody is leaving to go to a dance competition. Then I want to hope to go fishing later on. So we have a little bit of work to do around the house. Then hopefully we'll be able to go fishing a little bit earlier. So first we're going to go out and work on the pool a little bit. So what happened to the pool when it got super duper cold? This little cold snap that came up, this little piece right here, busted a big old hole in it. So I can't run the cleaner. That's for the cleaner. So I can't run the cleaner right now without it streaming water out the side. And I also can't run the regular returns because it's hooked into the regular returns. So I have a piece ordered on that, but it's on back order all over our region. Like I got online and tried to order one. It's impossible to get one right now. So what I want to try to do is cap this part off down here where it's going into the cleaner so I can run the whole pool. I want to try to put a cap on this so I can run the whole pool without any water getting into that. Drove all the way out to Lowe's. Got two pieces that I thought would fit. They wound up being the exact wrong pieces. I had the other pieces in my hand at Lowe's. Put them back and got the two wrong pieces, which is just typical. So I have to go all the way back to Lowe's, which is about 20 minutes from my house, and I'll meet you back here. All right, so I'm back from Lowe's. Of course, they didn't have exactly what I needed. I went out there, and this is what I needed. I needed one of these in 3/4, but all I had was 1 inch, so I'm gonna have to rig something up like this to fit in that little hole to block it off. Hopefully all that'll work. So again, I'm just gonna take a little bit of this cement. Let that dry for a little bit. I put this cap on the end so the water will shoot out. I got a little thread tape. I'm really worried about that connection there. There's going to be a lot of pressure being put on this one piece. Hopefully that'll hold. But have to let it dry for a little bit. See what happens. Oh my God. Threads. God. You ever had one of those days that just didn't seem to work out? When I first started to work on my pool here, started taking it apart, or first inspected it, I went to Lowe's and bought one of these. This is 1 inch, and I bought the same thing in 3/4 inch, thinking that was all I needed to fix it. Well, when I got home, so I went out there. It takes me 20 minutes to get to Lowe's, 20 minutes to get back. I take everything apart and realize that I need this piece right here. Of course, I don't have it, so I went back out to Lowe's to get this piece. So I bought a 1 inch, and I needed a 3/4 inch. Well, of course, they don't have a 3/4 inch, and that's what size I need. I bought the 1 inch just in case they didn't have a 3/4 inch. So the lady at Lowe's says, well, you can put this little piece right here together, no problem. Then you have a 3/4 here, you can put your stopper on this end. So I think that'll be fine. So she hands me some, I said I don't have any cement, but she hands me this thread cement, not the right cement. So I have to go to Walmart and get actual cement. So this little bitty project has taken me 2 hours just in travel to get done. So all I gotta do is cement this piece and this piece together, and that should be fine, hopefully. All right, got those together, and we're just gonna let them dry up. I should just be able to stick this right into the pipe over the pool and block off the cleaner portion. So we're just gonna let this dry, then we're gonna stick that out there in just a minute. We got those PVC pieces put together. I got it inserted in this pipe out here. If you look here, it's right there. It's right there. Looks pretty good. It's holding, which is awesome. So I pretty much just cut that pump off from the pool filter. So when I get a new piece, when I get this new piece right here, I can replace it. But until then, I can have proper circulation in the pool because I cut that off for now. Another main problem I'm having with my pool is that there's a massive leak in the pool pump, and I think I'm going to have to replace those seals in the back. I've never done that job before. I'm a little bit nervous about doing it, but I need to either do it myself or get somebody out here pronto to get it fixed, because it seems to be leaking a lot of water and it's letting a lot of air in the lines during the nighttime. You can see all the water is leaking. I don't know if you can see all that water back there or not. It's leaking pretty good, and like I say, I have to fill the pool up about every, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. That's how much it's leaking. It doesn't look like much, but in the end, it's letting out quite a bit of water. That's one project that I want to get on here pretty soon. Especially, it's not letting, it's not circulating the air very well, or the water. It's letting a lot of air in the water and air in the system, and then it's leaking the pool and leaking water out all the time. So I need to get that taken care of as soon as possible, but I have to order a part. Problem is, you can't get anybody out here to work on stuff. It's really hard. So you have to kind of learn how to do it yourself, and I'm a little bit nervous about that job, but I'm sure I can get it done. Now, that's pretty much all the honeydews I got for today. At least that's all the time I'm going to make for them. Now we're going fishing. I'm going to have a little fun. Came out to Boomer Lake today just to take my boat out for a little bit. It's been so long since I had it out. This is one of those make sure everything's still running and working properly videos. God dang, I came out here. This place is freaking packed. I mean, it's in one of the nicer days we've had. I almost got in 2 fights in the parking lot just trying to get unloaded and parked. I mean, people are crazy. People are plumb nuts. Anyway, we're gonna go out here for a little bit. We're just gonna fish for a little bit, maybe a couple hours, maybe less, but the main goal for today is just to kind of get my boat running around a little bit. Pretty good spot for them to be, especially this time of day. Now, dropping down these rocks, so this is like one of my favorite places to fish out here. So we're just gonna go up and down these rocks a few times. I'm gonna go around a little bit. If we can catch anything, I'm not really too optimistic about catching anything. The water's 55 degrees, which is pretty surprising since it was covered in ice just a couple of weeks ago. Boy, it's warmed up nice, I guess. Let's see what we can do. Number 2, a little bit bigger on the flat side of the crankbait. Crawfish color. So yesterday was a little bit of a disaster. I finally got my pool where I wanted it to be. I got that one line plugged up, but it took me about 2 times longer than I wanted it to be because I was driving up and down the road and going to Lowe's and picking up parts. And so that's pretty much always the way it's going to be. Seems like that's the way it always is. You spend more time gathering stuff than you do actually fixing. But yesterday I got a little bit of time. Went fishing in the afternoon, which was a good time. And I showed you a couple of those little fish that I caught, 2 little runners. And man, I thought I was gonna be able to come back around that rock bank and start fishing it real slow with a Senko and catch a few more fish doing that. But I got after about 45 minutes of fishing, my trolling motor just died, so I had to pack up and go. So that was kind of a bummer. So I've spent pretty much all morning trying to figure out what's going on with my trolling motor. So I wasn't getting any power to the front. My trolling motor just lost power while I was out there fishing. So I came up here and pulled out the wires and everything, and it turns out that I wasn't getting any juice all the way up here to the front of the boat, which was good because that told me that there was nothing wrong with my actual trolling motor. It was more of a power issue. So that's what I've been diagnosing all morning long. So if I wasn't getting power back there, the problem had to be in the back of the boat somewhere. So what I did was I came back to the back, took all the leads off and tested all these batteries. And they were all running about 12 to 13 volts, which is just about that's where they should be running. So I got to messing around a little bit with my tester, and I had a switch in here like this, looking like that, and I wasn't getting any power past this switch. So I figured out that it was this switch that had gone bad. So I spent all morning trying to get this switch installed and make sure it's correct. But when I flipped the switch on, all the power to the front returned. So it was definitely something in that old switch that was messing up the system. But every time you install something new like this, it creates a whole another set of problems. But I think I've pretty much done here. All I have to do is get everything back reinstalled and secure the way I want it to, and then it all should work fine. But that was what seemed to be causing the problem in my trolling motor. But I do want a switch on there. Like a lot of people probably don't run a cutoff switch to the trolling motor. That way you can charge your batteries and have no fear about anything breaking up in your trolling motor. So you can charge your batteries without worry about that. So I do like having a switch, but it's just that's what was causing my problem. And I'm just about done fixing it. So we'll show you what it looks like when we get it installed. Okay, one last test before I button everything up. So before this wouldn't work. Now it's working. Well, we got everything working, and I'm happy about that. I knew yesterday was going to be kind of a trip where I was going to have to test everything out, make sure everything worked. But if that's all that was broken, I consider myself lucky. My engine ran good. Everything else seemed to work really well. But everything else ran really good. I wish I could have fished a little bit longer and caught some more fish, but that's kind of the way it goes. But now I got my trolling motor working. I'll be able to go next time I have a chance. So I'm pretty excited about that. Like I say, if you have a boat, there's always going to be projects like this to do to keep you on the water. There's no question about that. So you got to learn how to do them at least a little bit. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. I'm going to go watch basketball for the rest of the day and try to tie an FG knot. That's my plans for the rest of the day. So I appreciate you watching. Have a good day.